Alright everyone, before the match we are going to open some packs, so let's go ahead and do it. And open pack. Let's see what we got here. We got some Contines. We got, oh, there's a Swoobat and a Semi-Poor. Okay, so Semi-Poor, that's a rare. And, yes, a catcher! That's great. Okay, awesome. Let's open another one. Open another. Come on, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes, we got a Cup Shoe. I needed that. And, ooh, a Gigalith and a Beartic. That could not be like any, like, I mean, come on. Come on, look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, we got one more. We got one more. Come on. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a Crocodile and a Gothitelle. Okay, Gothitelle. Pretty good. And, oh, it's a Ferrothorn, but I heard those aren't very good in TCG. And anything else out of here? No. Okay. Well, besides that, let's get into the battle. Alright guys, as you can see, I got a catcher, which is one of the cards I need for my deck. I am working on a Bearcrom deck, and the reason why I call it Bearcrom is I'm using Beartic and Zekrom, and a bear is just a masculine word of men, and Crom is just something to add on to the end of it to make it sound cooler. But besides that, I will have a Wi-Fi battle out tomorrow, which is Tuesday, unless I don't feel good because I'm kind of under the weather right now. But yeah, so we have a TCGO match, and I'm using the Bearcrom deck, and there's about, I don't know, 15 cards that I'm still trying to get to finish off the deck, and it looks a lot different than what you'll see in this video. For example, I don't think I'm going to have an Eevee at all, but that's because, and the reason why I'm using Eevee is because I don't have Pokemon collectors. So, you know, the whole it's a lot different than what you're going to see in the match. But besides that, it's going to be a pretty fun match, as I am facing the kind of team that I do very poor against with the Bearcrom deck, which is a Cobalion team. Now, this team isn't as bad, but, like, for example, Elo showed me his Cobalion, Scissor, Skarmory, Utter Destroy team, and that was just not fun at all. That was complete wreckage. But the problem with Cobalion is, you know, catching out my Zekroms, and then they can't attack. I've got to switch them out, or else they'll just get two-shotted, so it kind of sucks. But besides that little fact, you know, it works pretty good, and I see Cobalion on his team, so I'm kind of worried, and I'm not sure what I want to grab right now. I decided Cleffa is the best option. As I'm looking down, like when I'm looking through my cards, I can see my hand, and I looked down and I was thinking, man, my hand sucks. I need to get a new hand. So I decided I'm going to grab Cleffa first, and if I'm still alive next turn, I'll grab a Zekrom. If not, I'll just eek all over their face and hopefully get a Zekrom that way, as that would be a nice reward for eking everywhere. But besides that, I get a trade, and yeah, so I get a Beartic. That's good. I need another Beartic because I had one Sheer Cold Beartic and then one normal one, and now I have two Sheer Cold Beartics, which is what I need for this deck. Although I actually have three Sheer Cold ones now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to run two or three. It depends how many Curums I can get my hands on, since I don't have any right now and I need two of them. But anyways, the thing I like about the deck is I'm running a 2/2 Bearcrom, a 3/2 Zekrom, or well, a 3 Zekrom and a 2 Curum, and a 3/3 Dynamo Electric, and no Electroses because they suck. But the thing that I like about it is everything, the high, you know, it's just basics in stage 1, so I don't need any rare candies, and I don't need any of that stuff. And then I can completely set up Zekrom in one turn. I can set up Beartic Sheer Cold in one turn. Well, if, you know, I still actually more like 2 turns because I have to evolve it. But besides that, I can set up Kyurem in 2 turns. I mean, it's all very fast, and I can set up like 2 Kyurems in I don't know how many turns, but basically the thing is, bear tick, you need 2 colorless and 2 water. So I can set up the 2 waters, and the 2 colors can just be electric that are placed by the electrics or electrics or however you call them. And then Zekrom, he can have 1 water or 1 electric that I attach, and then the other 2 can be from the electrics from my discard that I place via the other 2 electrics. Now, I want to run a 3-3 electric. Right now, I only have a 2-2. This one I only have a 1-1. But right now, I have a 2-2 because I need 1 more electric. I only have 2 right now. But, and then I also no longer have my full art Zekrom, which makes me sad. But I did get a lot. Like, this guy wanted so many cards for it. And, I basically took out a major chunk of, like, I don't need to buy any Heart Gold packs now because I don't need anything from them because I pretty much cleared out the entire pack of what I needed for the 1 Zekrom, which works out nicely. I got like 8 cards. But besides that, trades are trades. But luckily I did pull a catcher. I need 2 more of those, and then I need a couple other cards as well. But I have my junk arms and I have my rescue energy. And it's gonna look pretty good once I get all those going. And Cleffa is just Cleffa. I mean, you can't go without a Cleffa. Cleffa is one of those staple Pokemon that a lot of decks don't use Cleffa, but a lot of decks do use Cleffa for a reason. That's because Cleffa's good. Because if you get stuck with a bad hand, but you have Cleffa, they can't always attack you. Like, he's running a baby as well. He falls asleep and does 30 damage, which takes out Cleffa. So that works out for him because he's kind of got a Cleffa counter going on there. That thing works pretty good against Cleffa. It does 30 damage, takes him out. And I have a 1-1-1 Blastoise line in this. Maybe it's a 2-2 or 2-1-1 or 2-2-1. I'm not sure, but the thing is, I've never really used them besides Pecom fodder. So I'm going to keep Pecom out the Blastoise in case I decide I need Wartortle. And that's just, they're already out of my deck. I don't use them at all. But when I was recording, it worked. And I'm still doing the whole recording stuff. It's a lot of fun. And here, getting the, Noctowl. And with the Noctowl, what he can do is he can allow you to draw an extra card per turn. Once per turn before you attack. You get to take another card off the top of your deck. And the only problem with this version of the deck was that, I needed more Zekroms and less Blastoise, that kind of stuff. But I just went through my deck too fast. I mean, I needed more Professor Oak's new theories, less Sharons, less of all that kind of stuff. And I'm not even going to run Sharons on the finalized version of the deck because that just eats up my deck too fast, and I don't need them because I'm going to use Engineer's Adjustments to put them electric energies into the discard pile that I need to be put in the discard pile. And hopefully, it's going to look pretty good, do pretty good, and I can catch her out a bunch of their stuff, get prizes and all that good stuff. And so here I get a water energy as a prize. And throughout this whole match, I was having problems like finding energies that I needed. And the thing is, all of the prizes that I get in this match are energies, I think. Or that's a different match. I forget which match. But a large portion of my prizes are energies, I believe. Anyways, so actually, wait, that was the last match. Oh my gosh. Anyways, forget what I said. One of the things though that I noticed when I was looking through because earlier I was looking through my deck before I had to shuffle it. My good Beartic, like not the one in my hand, but the Sheer Cold one, because at this point I only had one Beartic with Sheer Cold. That was actually in my first pack I opened. Anyways, the thing was that my it's in the prizes. I couldn't find it in there, which means it's in the prizes, which means I'm trying to find the prize with the Beartic. That's one of my goals. and that's why I'm not evolving that Cubchoo right now, because I also don't need to, because I have both Zekroms out. One of them set up, and one of them's gonna be set up. And then I also have my setup Zekrom is gonna die soon, so he's gonna put all those lovely electric energies into the discard. But I can also outrage for 140 damage after I go ahead, and I think I'm gonna night set here, or do something. I copycat first because there's no point of night setting and then copycatting right after. So I caught myself from doing something stupid. And now the nice thing is I have an electric energy, and that means that I can go ahead. Well, first I'm gonna put in Violate. That I guess still I thought it worked, and then when I was battling Elo, we found out that it still doesn't work. Although I thought it worked earlier, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Anyways, I get an energy from the night light or whatever you call it, but the nice thing about the electric energy is I need 2 electric energies on Zekrom in order to have him fully set up. He has 1 water energy on him and an Violate, so I need to one energy will be from having the electric put energy on him, and then the other energy will be from my hand. Now I can't when my full art Zekrom goes down, I can't have it where my Zekrom goes from the bench out there, because then he can't attack besides outrage, which will do 20. I've got to lead out with Cubchoo, and I have a switch, so I can use the switch to switch into the other Zekrom after I set it up. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. And then I'm just looking at this card because I've never seen this card. This was the first time I saw the Flower Shop Lady, and I wanted to see if it was a supporter or not, because I know the Super Rod lets you grab 3 cards from your discard that can be energies, or Pokemon, put them in your deck, whereas that lets you put 3 energies and 3 Pokemon back into your deck. But it's a supporter, whereas the Super Rod is an item which lets you use it with a supporter in a way, if that makes any sense. So there is a trade-off, but it's also kind of cool. Anyways, I use an engineer's adjustments, and I throw away an electric energy because that benefits the whole electric passing thing. And I was able to get my hands on a revive, so when my Zekrom goes down, I can just revive it and set it right back up, which is going to be awesome. That's also why I'm not going to set any other Pokemon down on my bench, because I want that space for Zekrom. And I have a lot more items I could take advantage of and use. I'm looking at that revive. I know I can just Great Ball, see what's in there. It turns out there's nothing in there, so that Great Ball is just going to go to my discard, clean up my hand a little bit, because I have a very large hand right now. And I also have the switch I want to use, and I believe soon I'm just going to go ahead and outrage and take out that Pokemon with the big 140 HP outrage of death, because I have 2 50s and 2 10 damage. I have a lot of damage counters, and now he has a lot more than I do, but Rough Skin takes me out, and I get a Cubchoo. Now, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put the Cubchoo from my hand out into the active position, because I can also retreat him, but I do have a switch, because I could retreat that into Zekrom either by retreating or using a switch after I set it up with electric, because you can't attach energies to the active position. And now there's a phone going off that I'm gonna go ahead and mute real quick. There we go. So he's gonna continue going, and yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and revive the full art Zekrom, put that on my bench, and now I can start setting that up, which will be awesome. And yeah, so while setting that up, I do have these energies. I can put an energy on the Zekrom, since I just need 2 electric energies, and I can attach this electric energy to the non-full art Zekrom, completely setting him up. And now I can either use the switch or just retreat out after I check and make sure I'm not eating out my deck. I still have 20 cards left. I have 3 prizes to go. I get some good energies. That's good. Now I can set up the other Zekrom next turn, since I have an energy in my hand. And I also wanted to check and see what was in my discards, because whoops, the nerve recording, I think I hit the space bar, so it stopped. Anyways, the thing I was saying was that with the super rod, I wanted to check and make sure that there weren't 3 electric energies. I mean, there weren't like only electric energies, so if I used it, I would put all those that I want in the discard pile into my deck. So that's why I checked and I didn't use the super rod. And so yeah, the thing that I'm trying to do here is I need to set up the other Zekrom, and the thing between our two hands is he needs to set up stuff faster, but the problem is I can set up stuff faster than he can, and if he wanted to win, he would need to basically capture out my stuff and get rid of it before, like, if he was able to capture out my electric before this turn, then I wouldn't be able to set up the other Zekrom until the next turn, and he might have been able to pull something off where he could take out my Zekrom and then my Cubchoo, because both are pretty weakened, and then he could pull out the win. But he doesn't have that. It's pretty much my game, because now I have another Zekrom completely set up, and I have a bear tick, so it's all working pretty nice and dandy. Now he can't just grab the easy 2 prizes off my electric and Cubchoo, except now I put another Cubchoo on the bench. So, and I really don't have much else to do in my hand besides just attack. But yeah, so the deck is looking pretty good. There's only a couple actual Pokemon I need for the deck, which is basically I need 2 more Zekroms, 2 Kyurems, and an electric. And then everything else I need is just some of the staple items and trainers like catchers and Pokemon collectors and stuff like that I'll need for any deck I make. So hopefully by finishing this deck, I'll be able to make the next deck I want to make, which would probably be a fighting deck. I mean, unlike this deck, fighting decks are a lot slower, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do to help fix that, but I definitely want to run one. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I would run a steel deck, because I mean, I've seen them in action. They're pretty hard to beat. But the thing about that is, when I started playing TCG, it was back when there wasn't Dark and Steel. So about that. But oh yeah, also shout out to the Eric Volpe for getting me into this TCGO thing, and then he also gave me a couple cards, including that Cleffy you saw, to help me get started. So shout out to him. I'll put him in the description, and you'll probably see me do some TCG videos with him, because he's a pretty cool dude. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. I'll get a battle out tomorrow if I can, if I'm feeling good. And yeah, so peace.